Hello students, welcome to our today's lesson. Today I will discuss these topics from Unit 2, that means current electricity. The first one is cells in series, second one cells in parallel, and the last one is Kirchhoff's rule. Here in case of cells in series and parallel, in earlier cases we learned what is the value for resistance and capacitance if we combine some resistors in series and resistors in parallel, and same we learned for capacitors also, capacitors in series and in parallel. So today we will start with cells in series. So for this we have to draw one diagram. Suppose this is cell 1, cell 2, cell 3 and dot dot. Suppose we have n numbers of cell, then we have to connect here one resistance, one resistor R. Resistor is R. Suppose current passing through this circuit is I. Current is I, so direction for this current should be this direction. And this is suppose E1, E2, EMF E1, E2, E3. Suppose this is EN. And the internal resistance is R. So when n identical cells, each of EMF E and identical internal resistance R are connected to the external resistor of resistance R as shown in this figure, these cells are connected in series. So you can see the figure. These cells are connected in series. Clear? Next, equivalent EMF of n cells, that means n number of cells in series, we can write E equivalent is equals to E1 plus E2 plus E3 plus dot dot up to n times. So we can write it as n times E, NE. And in the same way, equivalent internal resistance of n cells. So R equivalent is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus dot dot up to n terms, that means Rn. Here we can write En. So here we can write n R, because R1, R2, R3, Rn, all values are we taken here R. Okay, so we can write n R. Then what is the total resistance of this circuit? We can write total resistance. Total resistance is equals to NR or Rn plus capital R. This plus this resistance, so NR plus R. So if we find the current value, then current I is equals to, we can write N E by R plus NR. Okay, so this is the current value, where N is the number of cell, R is the internal resistance, capital R external resistance, E EMF of cell, I is current flowing through the circuit. Okay, this is the value of current. If you see this equation, then the maximum current can be drawn from the series combination of cells if the value of external resistance is very high. That means R value is very high. Capital R value is very high as compared to the total internal resistance of the cell. Okay, now our next topic is cells in parallel. For this, again we have to draw one diagram. So we have some cells in parallel combination. Okay, next we have to connect them. This is positive terminal and this is negative terminal. Suppose EMF is E and internal resistance is R. E, R. Next, this point is A. Suppose this point is B. So here again we have to connect one resistance, capital R. So current value is again I. Okay, now suppose M number of cells is connecting parallel. So when M cells each of EMF E and internal resistance small r are connected in parallel as shown in figure, current passes through the external resistance R. Okay, then the cells are connected in parallel. So from here we can write 1 divided by Rp is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus up to M terms. So we can write M divided by R, or from this equation we can write Rp is equals to R by M, because 1 by Rp is equals to M by R. So Rp is equals to, we can write R by M. Now as R, capital R and Rp are in series, so that the resistance in the circuit or total resistance is equals to, we can write R plus R by M. Now we have to find out the current value. So current in the resistance R is given by I is equals to E by this resistance value, total resistance value, R plus R by M. So this is our current value for cells in parallel combination and cells having number M. Next, Kirchhoff's rules or laws. So first we have to know what is Kirchhoff's first law. So in 1942, Kirchhoff put forward the following two rules to solve the complicated electrical circuits. These rules were stated as Kirchhoff's first law and second law. So another name of Kirchhoff's first law is junction rule. Junction rule, and we can say it as KCL, Kirchhoff's current law, KCL, and the second one we may call KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law. So what is the statement for Kirchhoff's first law or junction rule? This law states that the algebraic sum of the currents meeting at a point in an electrical circuit is always 0. So suppose here we have one junction and some currents are meeting at this junction. Suppose this value is I1, this is I2, this is I3, I4, this value is I5. Okay, so I repeat, this first law or junction rule states that the algebraic sum of the currents, here 5 currents, the algebraic sum of the currents meeting at a point in an electrical circuit is always 0. So it also known as junction rule. So consider point O in an electrical circuit at which currents I1, I2, I3, I4 and I5 are flowing through the different conductors as shown in this figure. So according to Kirchhoff's law, what we can write? According to Kirchhoff's law, we can write I1 plus I2 plus minus I3. So you can say why we put minus here. You have to consider the direction also. See, this direction of current is inside. This I2 also inside direction, inward direction. Okay, inward direction, and this I3 is outward direction. So for outward direction we have to take the negative symbol or minus symbol. So in I4 also it's inward direction, and for I5 it's outward direction. So for I5 again we have to add or we have to put minus symbol. For I4 plus symbol, so plus I4 plus. For I5 here we have to put minus symbol, so I5, and is equals to 0. Clear? So from this equation we can write I1 plus I2 minus I3 plus I4 minus I5 is equals to 0. In next line we can write I1 plus I2 plus I4 is equals to I3 plus I5. If we write I3 and I5 in right hand side, then this minus become plus. Okay, so that's why I1 plus I2 plus I4 is equals to I3 plus I5. So junction rule can also be stated as the sum of currents entering the junction is equal to the sum of currents leaving the junction. So this I1, I2 and I4 currents, they are entering the junction, and I5 and I3, these two currents are leaving the junction. So we may call junction rule as the sum of currents entering the junction is equals to the sum of current leaving the junction. Clear? So this is basically KCL or Kirchhoff's currents law. Then the second one is KVL or Kirchhoff's voltage law. Kirchhoff's voltage law. For Kirchhoff's voltage law also we have to first draw one diagram. So this is resistance R1. Suppose here one cell is connected. Then this is R2. Suppose this point is A, and in between point A and B, suppose this is point A, this is point B, this is point C, and this is point D. Okay, so this is our resistance R1, this is R2, this is R3, R4, R5, and the current is I1, I2, I3, I4 and I5. Here EMF E2, here EMF E1. Okay, this is our complete circuit diagram to understand the Kirchhoff's voltage law. So what is the statement of this law? This law states that the algebraic sum of changes in potential around any closed loop involving resistors and cells in the loop is 0. Okay. So consider a closed electrical circuit A, B, C, D, A. A, B, C, D, A. This is closed electrical circuit. Consider a closed electrical circuit A, B, C, D, A containing two cells E1 and E2 and 5 resistance R1, R2, R3, R4, R5. Consider closed loop A, B, C, A. So if we first consider the closed loop A, B, C, A, that means the upper part A, B, C, A. So for A, B, C, A, E1 will send current in anti-clockwise and E2 will send current in clockwise direction. E1 will send current in anti-clockwise. That means this direction I1 anti-clockwise, and E2 will send current clockwise direction. So total EMF of closed loop A, B, C, A. What is the value for total EMF for closed loop A, B, C, A? E1 plus minus E2. So E1 plus minus E2. So is equals to, you can write E1 minus E2. E1 minus E2. But currents I1 and I2 flows in anti-clockwise while current I3 flows in clockwise. So current I1 and I2 flows anti-clockwise direction and current I3 is flowing clockwise direction. Okay. Next, the algebraic sum of product of resistance and current is equals to I1 R1 plus I2 R2 plus minus I3 R3. Why minus? Because the direction is different. For I1 and I2 the direction is anti-clockwise. For I3 it's clockwise. Okay, that's why it's different. So according to second law, for closed part A, B, C, A, A, B, C, A. For this closed part, according to second law, we can write E1 minus E2 is equals to I1 R1 plus I2 R2 minus I3 R3. Okay, minus I3 R3. E1 minus E2 is equals to I1 R1 plus I2 R2 minus I3 R3. Similarly, for closed part ACDA, ACDA, that means the lower part. For this part, for the lower part, what we can write? We can write E2 is equals to I3 R3 plus I4 R4 plus I5 R5. Okay, next we have to know the sign convention for Kirchhoff's second law. The product of resistance and the current in an arm of the loop is taken as positive if the direction of current in that arm is in the same sense as one moves, and it takes as negative if the direction of current in an arm is opposite to the sense as one moves. While traveling a loop, EMF of a cell is taken negative. While traversing a loop, EMF of a cell is taken negative if negative pole of the cell is encountered first, otherwise positive. That's all for today. Thank you.